Hi, Indiana Virtual. This is Mrs. Caudill, and I am here to give a brief explanation of your next lesson, 0206 Cellular Respiration. So, when you are ready, go ahead and go to lesson 0206 and open the lesson content. Like always, we're going to scroll down to the bottom of this screen and open up that biology notebook. Feel free to open it up here for Word, or you can go over to our Google site and scroll on down to lesson 0206. A little slow. 0206. My computer's being a little slow anyway. And you can open the Google Doc here for notes. So we'll read a very brief description here on what cellular respiration is about. First, download the biology notebook. If you can print the pages. If printing's not an option, you can write it in a notebook. You can also make a copy of my Google Doc here for you as well and have electronic notes. Okay, after completing activities within this lesson, you will be able to describe the process of cellular respiration. You will also be able to compare aerobic respiration to anaerobic respiration. And so for this assignment, you are going to answer 10 multiple choice questions. Okay, so first thing, let's open the notes so we can get an idea as to what it is that we are looking at and what we're going to be taking notes on and learning. Okay, so we are going to be able to describe the process of cellular respiration and then be able to compare aerobic respiration to anaerobic respiration. Okay, so we've got a couple of intro questions here. What is cellular respiration? What is produced? What is the reaction for cellular respiration? What types of organisms take in oxygen? Okay, then we are going to move into adenosine triphosphate. We've talked about that a little bit before. So you're going to document some information there. And then the main players, meaning what are the most important pieces that are a part of cellular respiration. We're going to look at the reactants. We're going to look at something called the electron carriers, the products, the stages of cellular respiration, and then what happens during the first two stages of cellular respiration specifically. Okay, and then cellular respiration, the stages itself, glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain. And then we'll wrap up this lesson with some anaerobic respiration, so some fermentation and the different types of fermentation. There's a couple of different tables here that you're going to be able to document data in as well. So here's for the 3 stages of cellular respiration, and then the second table is for the 2 types of fermentation. All right, so if we go back to the lesson then, back here on slide 1, you can document the overview. We have the general overall equation. You have some images that you're going to click on here and go over that process or that idea of what kinds of organisms take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Okay, so once you're finished on this slide, go ahead and go to the next slide. You can see we have 7 slides total here. And you'll also notice that the slides are broken down the way the notes page is broken down. So there's a section on adenosine triphosphate, so you'll be able to document some information here. Don't forget to check out this link and see what kind of information you can obtain from that. Okay, when you're ready, you'll go on to slide 3. And then we get into some of the main players of cellular respiration. We have the reactants, we have the electron carriers, we have the products, and energy, kind of an overview here of cellular respiration. If you scroll down, here's our overview description, the stages of cellular respiration. We have a picture of the mitochondria with various different things labeled on here, and you'll get into what those things actually are on the next slide, and then an overview question or reflecting on core concepts. Okay, you'll get some elaboration, I guess I should say, on what these things are on the next slide. Okay, make sure you read carefully. Cellular respiration and photosynthesis, which is our next lesson, can be both very challenging. They are very step-by-step though, but there's a lot of details to them. Okay, so next we get the stages of cellular respiration. We have glycolysis, so you have a picture here and you have some arrows to scroll through and some descriptions there as well. The Krebs cycle, okay, and you've got some interactive things here, some different slides within this topic on the Krebs cycle as well. Then the electron transport chain, Okay, and some errors there as well to go through. You can see it can get a little bit complicated, so you want to make sure you take your time and document information well here. And then we get a summary, an overview. We have 3 reflecting on core concept questions here as well. And then we will go on to slide 5. Okay, and then here's where we get the anaerobic respiration information. We begin with glycolysis, and then information is broken down into alcohol and lactic acid fermentation. All right, so our last slide is a review. You get some drop-down choices to try to answer some things on this diagram and label this diagram. This lesson is a really good one to copy paste some of these pictures and put them into your notes, because you never know what might appear on your 10-question assignment once you've completed learning all the content. This is really a visual lesson with cellular respiration. What is glycolysis? What does it look like? Where is it at? Cellular or Krebs cycle. What does it look like? Where is it at? The electron transport chain. What does it look like? Where is it at within the mitochondria? What does it do? You know, what happens in those processes? Okay, so once you believe you have learned as much as you can learn and documented as much as you possibly can on that notes handout, then go ahead and go to the assignment page, click on the start, and answer the 10 multiple choice questions. Okay, please email me with any questions. Thanks, guys.